Many things are taken into consideration when analyzing the world's most powerful languages, and we can categorize these reasons in 5 main categories, which are the ability to travel widely, the ability to earn a livelihood and participate in an economy, the ability to communicate with others, the ability to acquire knowledge and consume media, and the ability to engage in diplomacy and international relations. How's it going, everybody? My name is Leroy Kenton, and this is FTD Facts. And in this episode, we're looking at the top 5 most powerful languages. Now, before I continue, if you are somebody that can speak more than one language, give this video a thumbs up, as well as, even if you don't speak one language, give a thumbs up as well. And for all you newcomers here to FTD Facts, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification, because I'm telling you, you don't want to miss any future videos. Okay, so let's begin. First, let's take a look at the PLI, or the Power Language Index. This is a system that is used to compare the efficiency of more than 100 languages in these 5 specific categories that I mentioned. It does so by setting to the languages a set of 20 indicators, such as GDP per capita, tourist flows, and the number of speakers in a coherent and robust way. Each of the languages is ranked for the doors that it opens in each of the domains, labeled geography, economy, communication, knowledge and media, and diplomacy. Those are the blanket terms that we're going to be using. And then an overall score is taken from these 5 sub-rankings, with diplomacy giving less weight than the first 4 categories. For example, there are more Chinese-speaking people in the world than any other language, but it still ranks number 2 on the list because it's a relatively complex language. I guess I kind of spoiled the video before I got into it, but anyways, with that in mind, here's a list of the top 5 most powerful languages in the world, ranked according to the Power Language Index. Starting at number 5, and then we count down to number 1. Number 5 is the Arabic language, and its Power Language Index rating is 0.273, and the total native speakers in Arabic are 295 million. Arabic is one of the most popular international languages in the entire world, and has earned its position at number 5 due to the rapid increase in the number of people practicing Islam. The interesting thing with Arabic is that even though the modern standard Arabic is spoken by millions of people around the world, the language can vary quite a bit from region to region due to different dialects spoken in the roughly 20 countries where it's used as the primary language. The 4th most powerful language on this list is Spanish, and the Power Language Index rating is 0.329. There are 470 million native Spanish speakers. So Spanish, with almost 500 million native speakers, it's rapidly gaining position on the next language that's going to be in this episode. Spanish is a primary language in close to 20 countries, and it's spoken all over the world as a second language. And the next language we're looking at is French, and its Power Language Index rating is 0.337. The total amount of French native speakers is 80 million. Societal differences also influence these rankings, which is why French comes at this position on this list. French comes in their place with results in geography and diplomacy, but is also one of the most aggressively promoted languages in the entire world. Knowing French carries a certain amount of prestige in international diplomacy. And for the language coming in second place on this list, you already guessed it because I gave it away in the intro. It's the Mandarin Chinese, and its Power Language Index rating is 0.411, and they have a total of 960 million native speakers who speak Mandarin. So of course Mandarin is number 2 on this list because, most importantly, it has close to 1 billion native speakers, which is almost 3 times as much as any other language. But the truth is that it isn't really spoken much anywhere else outside of Southeast Asia, other than in Taiwan or other Chinese communities around the world. And although the next language on this list dominates the world in linguistic capacity, it is not impossible for Mandarin to one day challenge its supremacy, which leads to a very interesting question. Which languages would be the most powerful by the year 2050? If we're still around at that time, and if FTD Facts is still alive in the year 2050, we'll definitely be doing a video update on it. So that moves us now to number 1, our most powerful language in the world, and many of you should have guessed this by now. It's English, and its power language index rating is 0.889. There's a total of an estimated 446 million native English speakers. English is a dominant language of 3 G7 nations: United States, UK, and Canada, and the British legacy of colonization has given the language a global footprint. It's no surprise that 8 out of the 10 global financial centers in the world, including London and New York, are proficient English-speaking cities. The power of English as the most powerful language in the world has both positive and negative effects. The downside is that the Englishization, if you will, I think I just made up a word, this has creeped into other lesser known languages and cultures and threatens the survival of these lesser languages and their culture. But really, it doesn't look like the spread of English and its influence is going to be slowing down anytime soon, but we just have to wait and see. A lot could change over the next few decades. So anyways, that was your list on the top 5 most powerful languages in the entire world. Let me know down below in the comment section, which of these languages do you speak, or what other language that wasn't in this video do you speak? Now, before you start watching another video, I have a link below to all my social medias. You can follow me there, shoot me a message. I love hearing what you guys have to say, and I'll do my best to reply as soon as possible. And I'll see you guys soon in another episode. Hey everyone, so if you enjoyed this episode, check out our other playlists where we explore the different countries and cultures of the world. So whatever you're interested in, whatever you want to learn more about, we have videos and playlists here for you on FTD Facts. So come back every single week for more episodes.